Well, good morning, Snow Disciples, and welcome to Friday. We made it to Friday, February the 24th here for Snow Church. I'm Rev Snowflake, your wonderful host. I didn't want to sound too dramatic there with the embellishments, but here we are. And here we are. Anybody know where this is? Probably not. This is the southern end of the $1 Million Highway that stretches from Durango all the way north. It goes through Silverton and up towards Ouray and keeps going north. What's the name? Montrose, I think, maybe. It bypasses Telluride, but some absolutely gorgeous country of Colorado. I tell you, I think the biggest hidden gem in Colorado right now would be Ouray, Colorado. Much like an Aspen or a Telluride, but without the development. I'm sure prices are still pretty spendy to live there, but not grotesquely out of hand like Aspen and Telluride got when all the good old movie stars and people with gazillions of dollars started buying into those places. All right, let's go to the 24-hour snowfall map, which I'm starting to get the feel that this map is underestimated. Well, I've always known that it was underestimated when I'm doing these, just because all the data hasn't come in yet. But I'm starting to get the idea that even by a little later in the day, it's underestimated. But at any rate, this is the 24-hour snowfall. You can see the snowfall was heaviest in the higher terrain just to the west of Marquette. I know the National Weather Service office there in Negaunee Township, west of Marquette, did set a new record. And one reason why I know it's underestimated, because we here in Jacobsville, well, not in the last 24 hours, but I would say, well, yeah, all right, last 24 hours we picked up about 8 inches of snow, so we would definitely be in the yellows. And in the storm total for us was around 12 to 13 inches of snow. Now, the entire Keweenaw didn't get that. They got around 5 to 7 inches of snow, maybe a little bit more in some spots. But at any rate, a underestimation, what I'd like to do, if I can get to it, is to go to the 72-hour version, and that'll show us the storm total for this system. Again, kind of underestimated, but you can see the models did a pretty darn good job of picking out where the snow would fall and where the heaviest snow would fall. Although we don't see any of the darker reds like that in here, which was 24 inches plus. And I did not, well, actually there are a few. Looks like maybe, is a Forest Lake up there anywhere? Anyway, not too far from where they hold the Grand Heydays event. So, some places didn't get the obscene amounts of snow that were forecast, but still a fantastic snow event for the upper Midwest, northern Minnesota. You missed out, but fear not, you will be getting some yourselves. All right, let's go to the current snowfall map. What I really wished I could have done is gone to some of the California cams for live snow shot of the day, but it's still dark there. But boy, you want to look at some big snows, head out to any of the Sierra ski areas like Mammoth Mountain or What else is out there? Well, the ones around, no, drawing a total blank, but, by Lake Tahoe. Um, there's about 4 of them in the Tahoe area. And of course, Mammoth Mountain. Big Bear, even down in Southern California, not too far from LA, is getting a lot of snow out of this system. In fact, it looks like Mammoth Mountain probably going to get about 30 inches of snow in the next 24 hours from this event. So you could head over on YouTube to Mammoth Mountain Life. That's the name of the channel. And he does a video or 2 a day of his adventures out there. The models. What do the models got to say? Boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. They got to say more snow. This system that has been impacting the central Midwest for the last 3 days or so is essentially winding down. There may be a couple of inches of snow here as we go through the day. This is by tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So maybe some additional snows, especially in the lake snow belts, but nothing really too much to write home about. And then, but look at these totals here in California Sierras. And then Saturday and Sunday are pretty quiet. But then let's watch our Monday magic take place. Here comes the Monday magic. Boom. Ain't she a beaut, Carl? Yes. Anywhere between 7 and 12 inches of snow look to come down in these areas. Far eastern Minnesota. And then, man, I've got like a uncontrollable itch. Okay, glad these things are edited and you won't see any part of that. Northern half of Wisconsin, all the UP, but the northern half of lower Michigan. And then a couple of more light snows as we go through the week. And see that northern Minnesota? That's what I was talking about. You'll get some freshies. Not dumped on with feet of snow, but freshen things up nicely. So not only is this weekend going to be a great weekend for snow play across the upper Midwest, next weekend too. So fear not, you snow-loving fans. If you can't get there for this weekend, if you're not headed up right now, don't worry about it. You got next weekend too. How about that for a promise from Snow Church? All right, here is the GFS, the US's global model, and we'll run that out through the next 24 hours. Again, same thing, some light snows across the upper Midwest and Iowa. I don't really consider Iowa the upper Midwest. Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. UP would be my version of it. But at any rate, where you have lake enhancement, that's best chances to get maybe a little bit more than an inch, but not much more. And the big old snows out there in California. And then quiet through the weekend, but here comes the Monday storm. Monday. There it is. Nice to see a Monday storm. And then some light snows across the upper Midwest as we go through the rest of the week. We'll go out to 240 right about there. And that takes us through Sunday, the 4th of March. We could go into La La Land if you want. Really, not a whole lot. Just some more light snows across the region. As far as temperatures go, looks like all of the Northwoods should stay below the freezing mark for daytime highs right on through the weekend and the early part of next week. Maybe by the very end of next week, some areas might flirt with it, but by and large, no major meltdown seen to occur either. And about the last thing I've got to show for you is that 500 millibar map, United States, sitting right in here. Here's that storm lambasting California, and it will mature, fill, and then become the Monday storm for the Midwest. There it is right there. And then you get another one to swing out. It's really the pattern for the next 2 weeks or so, is you get these waves to come in, deepen across the western United States, fill and weaken a little bit, and then eject out towards the central United States. So see how they just do that? Storm after storm after storm after storm. So pattern looks good going forward for really winter-like weather to hang on in the upper Midwest. Probably get through about mid-March at least, with weather resembling winter far more than any other season. And then we'll see what happens after that. I say that only because, in general, by the time you get to the second half of March, it just starts changing, whether you want it to or not. We've gotten some enormous snowstorms at the end of March and beginning of April. So can't write those things out of the equation, but I'm just saying the weather in general, we're making that seasonal change. So, but the good thing is next 2 weeks, great snow play across the upper Midwest. So get out and ride, get out and ski, get out and do whatever you want to do in the snow. I'll end it there. Keep it PG. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you again for attending Snow Church. I bless you all for coming, and keep those sticks on the ice. We'll talk to you again on Monday.